I'm medically retired Staff Sergeant Bartlett, and I was blown up by an Iranian bomb. A vote for this deal means more money for Iranian terrorism. What do you think they're going to do when they get more money?
Nothing can be more annoying than hearing the prattle of those who have never been there, never been close to action, never experienced the Iranian military and the government. Talk about how they know the Obama nuclear deal with that nation is either the greatest thing since sliced plutonium or the final deliverance of the goddess of death to the Middle East. How about some common sense and insight from one who really knows and has been there? He's a former intelligence officer and military advisor to the Iraqi Security Forces and Sons of Iraq, now executive director at Veterans Against the Iran Deal in the nation's capital. Welcome, Michael Pregent, to the Hardline. Michael, I want to thank you so much for being here, and I want to start right out with an article in Politico. The headline, "The ultimate argument in favor of the Iran deal." They're saying that the agreement would make it easier to bomb Iran. This is exactly what we need, and we can check on them. And they would say that anybody who doesn't think that this is a good agreement, you're all wrong. How do you answer that?
Well, we love that argument. The argument that, yes, they concede that Iran is a sponsor of terrorism. They concede that Iran will use this money to conduct terrorist operations. And then they make this debate tactic 101 argument. And that's why we need the deal, which makes no sense whatsoever. The deal puts more money, more weapons, and actually allows Russia and China, two guarantors in the P5+1, to actually protect Iran. They're already protecting Iran by helping them violate existing sanctions, by facilitating the travel of Soleimani to Moscow, and then brokering arms deals with the S-300s that are going to Iran to actually protect the sites in question. So this deal does nothing but make war more likely. A no vote on this deal actually allows Congress to amend it to make it stronger, and it actually gives us more options. If we actually go for this deal, you limit the options available to the U.S.
Michael, let me then ask something even simpler. There are those people and those who are critics of both sides who would say, all right, Mike, we get it. You don't want the deal. So then is your only option at this point, your only answer is to go in, put the boots on the ground, put the tanks on the ground, get in there and start wiping these people out. That would be, to some people, Mike, that's the only other answer if you don't cut the deal.
Well, it's funny how the people that are saying it's either this deal or war are the same people that know there are many options between here and there. So the real question is, how do you make this a better deal? Well, you make it a better deal by putting Qasem Soleimani back on sanctions. You make it a better deal by getting rid of the arms concessions, the arms deal, by lifting the arms embargo. You make it a better deal by putting 10 generals responsible for Iran's illicit nuclear program. You make it a better deal by putting them back on sanctions. There's so many ways to make this a better deal that argument is simply weak. It's debate tactic 101, and we're here to diffuse that, and we believe Veterans Against the Deal can easily do that.
All right, then let's go from that end. Let's find an answer then, Michael. As I said, you've been there. 60 seconds in. Give me a short synopsis. What then is the answer if you don't cut the deal? What to you makes the most logical sense?
You don't cut the deal, and you put U.S. sanctions back on. You detain Qasem Soleimani next time he violates sanctions. Sanctions don't work if you don't enforce them. He's been violating.
But what about those who say sanctions don't work anyway? The Iranians have had sanctions slapped on them for so long right now, they're just willing to go ahead and live that way. And not only that, some people say that the sanctions turn the youth of Iran against America in the first place.
You know what turns the youth against America in the first place is by actually taking the gentleman who was responsible for putting down the Green Revolution and lifting sanctions on him. The Basij commander, who was responsible for putting down the youth and the Green Revolution and arresting opposition leaders, somehow found his way onto the Iran deal. Sanctions have been lifted against him. So I would say that to that question. This deal is so flawed. The White House actually helped those of us in opposition to this deal with the numerous concessions they made at the last minute. There were 100 pages of delisted actors, entities, banks, known terrorists, and generals involved in this illicit nuclear program. We believe you make it a better deal by simply getting rid of those people. We know Iran will walk away if that's what we do. It's that simple.
So let's do this in about 45 seconds I have left. Why is it that the President of the United States, in your personal opinion, is willing to shovel this forward when people like yourself who've been on the ground tell us that it's a bad deal, it's the wrong deal, and it will only lead us back to war?
I truly believe it's a legacy issue. I don't know how this became a partisan issue to begin with. If you just look at what Iran has done over the last 36 years, you can't come to this conclusion. But my personal opinion is that he believes that the best way to keep the U.S. military out of the Middle East in the future is to actually let Iran control things in the Middle East. And I think that's a terrible idea.
10 seconds. Would you put boots on the ground right away, or would you wait?
You don't need to put boots on the ground. Do a couple surgical airstrikes and you put U.S. sanctions back on. You show that we mean business, and you start punishing countries that are doing business with Iran, punishing them economically.
The group makes a lot of sense. It's called Veterans Against the Iran Deal. You might want to check it out. Michael, thank you so much for your time. I'm sure we'll speak again soon. Coming up next, let loose the political animal, a beast that in one swipe makes sense of all this talk about a Biden Warren ticket to unseat Hillary as the lefty choice for POTUS. It's coming up next, right here on The Hard Line.